is a Bramble Jam podcast. Hi, I'm Brand Nothing Matters, and I love this show. I love what we're doing.
You love the show. I'm Dan, and to the extent I understand, I do not care.
I'm Alonzo, and it's not a parent trap, isn't it? And this...
Deck the Hallmark, it's this podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Hey, listen, you guys laugh, and we're having a good time here. I would pay $100 of my own money to see Guy Ritchie's Parent Trap. I'm just telling you, you throw a lot of F's and C's and crime.
A few more C words in that one, right now.
In Cockney accents for a parent, an adult Parent Trap, I think would be hysterical.
Oh God, can they both be what's his face, Superman, Henry Cavill?
Henry Cavill. Hey, is this anything? I thought about this the other day. Is this anything? You know, all these movies where people 13 going on 30, where they're like, you know, all of a sudden they're 13, now they're 30, or 17 again, where they go back and be 17. Is this anything where we make one of those heartwarming movies? Maybe I shouldn't pitch this live, but it's an 80-year-old that just wants to be 45 again. Like you may like at 45, there's a lot of like, hey, all right, what do I like? Everything's starting to be sore. It's starting to act up. But at 85, you'd be like, man, I'd love to be 45 again. And so maybe they wish and it's the wrong number and they go back as 45. Like, I don't know. Is that something?
What if they swap and then the 45-year-old suddenly finds that everyone is taking their advice much more seriously when they become 85, even though it turns out their advice isn't very good?
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I like that.
These are all good ideas, guys.
Okay.
We're brainstorming.
Keep working them, but I just want to throw it out there. Because I had
no
it
bad
yesterday.
ideas than brainstorming.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what happened. So, Sleepy Kitty Paws, wonderful follow on the Blueski.
Yes.
A while back, I said, I know that you're not doing this anymore. All right, Sleepy. I know you're not doing this anymore.
It's a share farewell tour with her.
Are you gonna?
I'm not doing this.
Are you gonna? I think Sleepy Kitty Paws felt an obligation to report on everything, and her way of only reporting on what she saw was saying she wasn't doing it anymore.
We don't know. We don't know, Sleepy.
I do.
We don't know Sleepy. So you're willing to put it out there.
I know who she is.
Okay. All right.
But
So
I'm
I'll
not
say
going
she.
to tell you.
Yes.
So I asked Sleepy. I said, Sleepy, I know you
Sheila
don't.
Calloway.
I know, Sheila. I know that you don't publicly compile a list anymore. Is there any chance that you happen to have one? And she said, well, yes. So
Turns out
I do.
this.
I do still do this. And then since then, sent me some more things. Like, here's what I missed. And she told me about Champ Dog Films.
Champ Dog
Films that she said is releasing movies at an alarming rate, filming them in 5 days or less. And I said, well, you have my attention.
I'm listening.
This explains so much.
Oh, about this movie? Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So I checked out the list of Champ Dog Films, and I was intrigued by Holidays with the Twins.
Holiday with the Twins. Singular.
The IMDb says Holidays.
I've seen it both ways.
I've seen it both
The
ways.
poster says Holiday. So
I'm going to go Holiday because it makes our case better.
okay.
Yeah.
This
They couldn't
proves
afford
the
more
point.
than one holiday.
This proves the point, though. 5 days, they don't even know. They're just like, it could be any of it. So I felt good about it.
The poster says Holiday singular and has Christmas lights wrapped around a lamppost.
And so this is what I'm getting. Just describe the poster a bit more, Dan, if you don't mind.
There are what's clearly twins on the cover, and one looks very unkempt-ish and sassy. The other looks very prim and proper and put together, and they're standing on opposite sides of a lamppost with Christmas, not white lights. These are colored Christmas tree lights wrapped around, ending in a red glow at the base.
Right.
And then it says Holiday, singular, with the Twins.
Right. And like one of them is like it's golden in the background. Maybe
other
like
one's-
it's like a warmer climate.
And the
other
other
one
one's blue.
blue and looks cold.
Yes.
I felt good about it.
Yeah. And it turns out holiday is British for holiday, vacation.
Yes, not the holidays.
And then the
per se.
lights, I don't know how to explain that part, but the rest of it, I guess, British. You know what I mean?
Now,
Yeah, no, that is dirty pool. I would say
Yes.
is throwing the Christmas lights in. They're trying to fool us
They did.
because
I think this was
there's
on
an
purpose.
endless
yes.
audience for this sort of thing.
Correct.
you know?
I don't think it
and
was an accident.
It came out October 31st too. Like so, like right ahead. Like
Sure,
they knew what they were doing.
they knew what they were doing.
But so now we have to ask ourselves, do we do it again? Do we do a real Champ Dog Christmas movie? Because there are some. There are. I'm assuming clearly Christmas movies, like A Christmas Snowed In with a Prince. I Know What You Did Last Christmas. That's interesting.
Oh.
Love Lattes and Christmas Lights. A Christmas Fight. So there's options. We'll just decide after the
But
fact.
you had a list and you just hopped right to holiday.
I
on
read that.
brand.
No, but you have to at least admit.
No, I see
I
how.
know. Okay,
Sure,
so
I get it. But just
my first thing was, we should do I Know What You Did Last Christmas.
Yeah,
but I
heck
knew we
yeah.
were doing it right after.
Oh, you wanted to wait on the.
So I
holiday.
wanted to do a different one. And of the Christmas titles, Holidays with the Twins was like, oh, that could be fun. It's like,
sure.
see how I got there.
Yeah, I see.
Anyway.
So we're here,
We're here.
and don't worry because it's amazing. This movie.
All right, October 31st, 2025, something to get real scared by. And it went a little something like this. Okay, so we see this couple on a bench. This guy, Miles, is telling his girlfriend, Gemma, about how things have felt different between them lately, in a good way. He feels a newfound connection to her, and he proposes, but she tells him, I'm not Gemma. And he says, you could have just said no. You don't have to lie about it. Well, cut back 3 days. Gemma is hanging out with her mom, who tells her that she's going to be Airbnb-ing out the flat to some real posh people. We got to clean it up. We got to get out of here. Gemma helps clean up, but forgets her phone inside. So when she goes inside, she finds the person who is staying there and is shocked to find out this person is her. It's not her, but it looks exactly like her. A long-lost twin she didn't know she had. Turns out it's Princess Corinthia.
Oh my God!
I
It's
know.
Corinthia?
Yes, apparently.
Inventor of rich Corinthian leather.
Sure. And apparently their mom, when she calls up, Gemma calls up her mom, her mom is like, had a fling with a royal, but it wasn't a real royal. It was like whatever. They decide they're going to swap lives.
We were
And
made to be royals.
Hilarity ensues.
Hilarity ensues.
So Gemma.
Both in their own air quotes.
So Gemma, as Corinthia, decides to just drink a bunch because everything is free. And Corinthia, as Gemma, decides now's my time to finally play piano. And that causes the dude that we saw at the beginning to see this and be like, I didn't even know you played piano. I've never been more attracted to you. So meanwhile, Gemma, as Corinthia, has been spending time with her personal assistant, Connie.
And if
So-
you saw this coming, I have to have a full conversation with you.
So Gemma and Connie begin to slow dance, and that leads to the two of them kissing. And I didn't see it coming. So they finally find out that Gemma's mom actually stole a baby from.
She's baby stealer.
Stole a baby from the royal family and raised her herself.
And the royal family was like, I wanted to eat back.
So the twins meet back up, hatch a plan to get her arrested, and then they tell the royal family what had happened, and then they tell Connie so that she and Gemma can be together, and then Corinthia tells Miles so that they can be together. And that, my friends, was Holiday with the Twins.
We
Or holidays.
did it. We did it.
All right, let's take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to break this moose. Someone has to.
Somebody's got to.
Camp,
Somebody's
Champ
us.
Dog.
Champ Dog.
If you're going to put out the movies, people are going to review them. We'll
That's
be
right.
right back here on
Deck the Hallmark.
Welcome back, everybody. We're talking about Holiday with the Twins today. It's not a Christmas movie, okay?
No.
It's not a festive
barely a movie.
It's not a movie, but we are here to review it. We're going to start with the hot takes. We're going to share exactly how we felt about this movie. We are not going to hold back, and I will start with you, Alonzo. Alonzo, what did you think about Holiday with the Twins?
Man, this was rough. I was watching this free with ads on the Roku channel, and when the ads came on, it felt like a relief.
Thank God an ad.
Yes, 2 minutes of respite from this.
Yeah, tell me
thing,
about
whatever it
Purina
is
dog food, please.
that I'm
for the
watching.
love
Please,
of God.
yes, by all means. This is beyond. We have there's the Christmas in Carolina level, and then there's the Werewolf Santa level. This is at the Werewolf Santa level, not just because it's British, but because it is so cheap and so rushed and so ill thought out in a million ways, from the writing to the casting to the shooting to everything about it. The 5 days makes a great deal of sense because Hallmark movies get 15, and clearly that's like the filming of Tenet by comparison, but what we're doing here. Yeah, this was unbearable.
So, yeah, it's very bad. I will say this to its credit.
No.
I didn't see most of this coming. This entire
There's no way you could have.
This entire movie is a twist.
Yeah.
Obviously when Gemma and Connie kiss, I was like, I didn't know that was something I should be rooting for.
Or against.
Now
I didn't know it was in.
I didn't know.
None of us knew it was in play.
I'll get to it and wait. What?
And I don't think the actors knew it was in play either.
But the entire storyline of the mom stealing a baby from the royal family is, to their credit, the craziest thing I've ever heard.
I mean, one Arizona quintuplet was noticed by the parents.
Yes.
I don't see how half of the royal twins could be just let go.
So if that is what they were going for, I want to come up with something that is truly the craziest thing that anyone has ever heard. Then mission accomplished. You've done it, because I truly cannot believe what happened at the end of this movie. I cannot believe it. So kudos to you, Champ Dog.
Champ Dog?
Dan,
Dog for sure.
As I said to Bran while watching this masterpiece, I'm not disappointed. I'm mad. I've never in my life felt like the existence was futile as much as I did watching this movie. Now, the last 20 minutes has some haymakers. There's no doubt about it. This movie's insufferable. It is so bad, and not in a fun way. It is, no one is trying. It made me
we did have some fun towards the end of the movie.
Towards the end of the movie, my mouth was agape.
Yeah.
I was
We had some fun.
I did not know what to think. But this movie is just so hard to get through. I longed for the days of the Princess Switch sequels.
Yes.
I just, no one put any time or effort into, it felt like, those movies that now are making the horror versions of public domain movies. It felt like that for all of these not body swap, but twin swap movies. but like nobody tried. It's literally, I felt like they did the thing they set out to do, which was 5 days. It will suck. Someone's going to watch it because they think it's Christmas. Someone's going to watch it and review it, and we're going to get our name out, and then more people are going to watch it. And I don't want to talk about it, and I don't want people to watch it. I hated every second of this.
Someone has to do the dirty work.
Somebody's got to do it.
Here's a sentence I never thought I'd say. CCB did it better.
CCB did it better.
That's
I
right.
stand
Listen,
by
credit
it.
when credit's due.
CCB did it better. Every single Hallmark twin movie did it better. Every single one. I will. This movie is worse than every Hallmark movie I've ever seen. Give me Nantucket Noel.
Yes.
Give me a Ryan Pavey Coyote Creek Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Give me those movies right now. Put them in my veins.
Give me the veteran with the house cleaning business.
Yes, Swept Up by Christmas. And that movie's longer than this movie.
Sicko.
No, I'm serious.
No, just your ability to pull that title out.
That's not. I'm not healthy.
It's not good. It's not good for you. It's not good for anybody. Not to mention the accents in this movie are so thick that you really got to pay
And the
attention.
music and music and vents are so loud.
You really got to lock in if you want the nuance of the story here, folks.
Turn on those captions.
Someone has to do someone has to do this. They have to. Let's get to
They don't.
Let's get to all the feels. Alonzo?
Oh, what's the sentence I'm looking for here? I searched my heart, found nothing.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one before. Yeah. Same for me, double. Same for me, double. I'll take your phrase. You got to do an Alonzo phrase now. I envy the first.
I envy you getting to watch this movie for the first time.
No, I envy you not having seen it. I think
There it
the
is.
one
No,
for this
That
one.
was the one.
Casablanca. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about the way it
Film
was.
criticism, cinema.
Take the homework. Welcome back, everybody. We're talking about holidays with the twins. Let's get to the way it was. We're talking about what in this movie made us go, wait, what? What didn't is an easier answer. But Alonzo, what stuck out to you?
All right. Well, let's start with the lesbian elephant in the room, which
Holy
is
moly.
the sudden romance that emerges between Gemma pretending to be Corinthia. Rich Corinthian leather is a 70s reference that y'all wouldn't get.
Right.
It's Ricardo Montalban used to do these ads for some Chrysler car, and one of the selling points was that the seats were made of rich Corinthian leather.
Yes, absolutely. I actually do remember that weirdly.
So that's all. What you name a character Corinthia? That's all I got on my mind. Anyway, so Gemma and Kini, the royal personal assistant, like have this moment. I'm all for diversity in these movies. I'm all
so excited
for
to hear Alonzo
queering
talk.
it up.
Yeah.
Like, yes, this is the drum that I'm always beating, but maybe cast somebody who couldn't play the grandmother of the other character. Like if that's how your love life pans out, more power to you. I got no judgments here. But in this movie, it makes it so completely disconnected and bizarre. And you got to build toward that. If that's going to be your whammy, then you need to lay down some groundwork of character. We don't get any of that.
Not to mention that when these two characters kiss, they want to be anywhere else.
Yes. It is like you have a spot on your lip. Let me get it.
They have kissed in a manner that is, I'm here so I won't get fined.
Yeah.
They are just, I will say this though, that scene starts.
So when they're dancing.
No, before that.
Okay.
They're down in the kitchen and they're like tea and biscuits, blah, blah, blah. And somebody's like, I like the whatever it is. Like this
Custard cream.
Custard cream. And she's like, that's my guilty pleasure. I got some up in the room. We should go get it. At that point, you still think nothing of it.
Nothing of it.
Yeah. And then they go up there and then they start dancing. And one of us went, what's going on here? And then we both simultaneously, we're in recliners. We both leaned up. Like, what? And then I believe you said, it might have been me. You went, they're going to kiss? I was like, no way. And then it happened. And we were just like, what in the world? It is one of the bigger jaw-dropping moments we've ever experienced on Deck the Hallmark. in one of the weirdest movies of all time. But everything you said is 100% right. The kiss is awful, and both of them are pretty terrible in it. So there you go.
So that's a problem.
Yeah.
And then also, like, look, I have seen every episode of Bridgerton. I think like non-traditional casting is great, and it makes things more interesting, and it allows more opportunities and different ways to tell stories. However, if the crux of your story is twins separated at birth,
Here we go.
to have the twins played by the only performer of color in the movie is like, how many levels of what's going on here are there?
Couldn't make heads or tails of it. Couldn't figure it out.
That's, like if they were both stolen from somebody else, sure. But, the idea that this pasty family of royals, such as they are, somehow managed to give birth to these two beautiful Black South Asian women.
And then
that's a
conveniently
bridge too
lost
far.
one and didn't
Yes,
try.
and then exactly left one by the side of the road.
It was just like, we were 1 for 2. One was going to be easy.
Well, and it happens.
Oopsie.
You have this. I at least had this feeling twice, because at first the mom, I'm like, oh, did
they have
the
another
mom?
daughter who's blonde?
Well, did the mom? I guess maybe initially I'm like, oh, her mom had an affair with the king, and
Right.
at that point, I'm still like, well, where did you still come from though? Like
But then you
those
meet the
two
king,
people,
yeah.
and then you meet the king, and you're like, that doesn't make sense. And then it happens again when you find out, no,
that was them.
it is. He is involved.
Yeah.
but with another white woman,
And they do have another daughter who doesn't look anything like them.
right.
Yeah. So that was a baffling choice. And speaking of the king and Guy Ritchie, did I miss the line where they explain why he looks like he's just been punched in the face?
He
repeatedly?
looks like he just got the absolute
I
crap
was
beat out of
hoping
him.
that you would know what happened to him.
This king has like a big bandage on his face, and like he looks like Robert Pattinson in the posters for the drama,
That's
where
right.
he's got like 2 black eyes and a broken nose. I'm like,
Yeah.
And he's got
Was
a
that
really
the
big
polo match go wild. Like, what's happening?
He's got a
there?
bad scar too from his nose to his chin, and I honestly don't know if it's that. I feel bad even bringing it up because I don't know what this guy looks like.
The
The
Band-Aid.
Band-Aid,
The
though,
Band-Aid.
is not a permanent
No.
fixture.
Can't be.
And
It
it's
seems
a
like
giant Band-Aid.
Yeah.
what came first.
What in the Oswald Cobblepot happened to this poor gentleman? I don't understand.
And it's the whole movie. It's not like
Yeah, it never changes.
that's the
It's a
thing that's
rough kingdom.
confusing about it, because this movie clearly doesn't have like money for props and make. It's not like they did a prosthetics
You got
of
it,
his
dude.
face to have like the, and they just don't. To best of my knowledge, they did not explain
Never
what
did. Oh, yeah.
happened. So I don't know.
And then finally, just the idea of like, I guess the mom, the baby napping mom is running a scam where she rents out like a posh Airbnb and then
And then
sublets it
steals.
for more money or whatever.
and then steals everybody's stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But the premise would work better if they weren't shooting it in what looks like a council flat from a Mike Lee movie
That's right. Yep.
about the British working class, because
got
it's this little tiny nothing apartment with a postage stamp yard. And it's like no royal family is going to
There's
go,
no world.
yes, we've booked the place for a holiday.
Yeah, it was bad.
Really weird.
Yeah.
I got a kick out of when it happens, right? They decide we're going to flip, and Gemma, who comes out now as Corinthia, goes and she meets Connie for the first time, and she's in her sweats, right? And Connie's like, wow, you're really letting it all hang out here. But think about the paparazzi. Well,
What?
okay. It just brings, there's so many problems. Like, because they're twins. So like the paparazzi at some point, that would lead us to believe that paparazzi at some point has seen Gemma. And I guess just assume that it's Corinthia and been like, let's give her privacy. I don't like.
And Gemma would have seen her in the pages of Hello
Yes.
magazine
That's
or
right.
whatever they're like tabloid rag she would
Yeah.
wear.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Think about the paparazzi.
Also, there's not a single pap in this entire movie.
no.
No.
Yeah. What paparazzi?
Talking about
Crazy. They name their other daughter Diana. Crazy.
Ooh, yeah.
Princess
Their blonde daughter.
Couldn't believe my ears when they said
Princess
we have
Diana.
3 daughters, all born from this queen. 2 are Blasian. 1 is Diana.
That's right.
What?
Princess Diana.
Oh my goodness.
Wild. At one point, Princess Diana is just sitting in her bed by herself, playing chess by herself, and they don't like. That's fine, you can do that, but
No.
just
I
it was
think
such an interesting.
Yeah, I think you missed the big part here.
Okay.
She's playing chess by herself on her bed.
Yeah.
Have you ever put a chessboard on a bed and sat next to it? This is a better Tempur-Pedic commercial than the wine glass.
Well, I will say, Royals notorious for their mattresses. You put
Notorious for their twin bed Airbnb
true.
mattresses.
Put one P under there.
Oh no, that
She'll
she
know.
was in Airbnb. Yeah. I couldn't. I was like, these pieces are going to topple. You can't do this.
Crazy, very funny. And then my last one is I did get a kick out of it towards the end of this movie. The king comes out and sits next to Gemma or Corinthia or one of them, and they're in these like wicker patio furniture, and the thought of a king sitting in wicker patio furniture is so funny. The thought of the king being literally anywhere that this movie is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
literally every part of this movie takes place somewhere where a king would never be seen.
Yeah, like we've seen some real McCastles in these
Yeah.
movies,
Yep.
you know, but this takes the cake.
Yeah, crazy, very funny. Dado?
I just wrote down, stop drinking from the bottle. We get it. You like beer. Early in this movie, there are 3 characters who have prop beer bottles and they can't leave them alone. It is every other second they do one of these. It may as well be closed. They don't drink any. Every other second, they're just like, no, like it is the wildest thing. And it was so off-putting and distracting. It was at that point that I knew we were in trouble. I also wrote down, this is the sinner's deck the Hallmark deserves. That should have been in my hot take and I missed it. So we got that one out of the way.
That's funny.
This is one of the worst feints on camera I've ever seen. And when I say one of, I mean the worst feint on camera I've ever seen. She falls in
No,
stages.
well, do you remember the one?
I do this.
Do you think this is worse?
I think
The
it might be
slow-
worse.
Okay. All right.
I think there.
Whatever you're about to say,
Yeah.
this is
She
Do you
worse.
remember?
falls.
I reenacted it. Remember
Yes.
the slow fall in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
yes,
This
that
she
was
falls in
Tuesday.
stages where she like falls like
Catch.
hysterical. At one point they realize that they've been had by this mom who stole the baby, and they show a picture of her, and the picture of her they show is that actor's IMDb photo. Guys, what? You have a digital camera. You could take a picture on set.
No time.
I will say, in the movie's defense, it's one of the worst.
It's
IMDb
a
pictures I've ever
crazy
seen.
picture, but it's her IMDb photo.
You have to know that they're going to be
Yeah.
Googling the movie.
Is anyone putting this movie on their resume?
Oh
Do we
my
think, for
God.
future
I know of
gigs?
someone who is, because I stumbled upon it. The cinematographer is very proud of
I'm
this movie.
sorry, you
Oh,
shouldn't
wow.
be. I believe it's Gemma who is the sister that was stolen, the poor sister. Yeah,
That is
Yes.
correct.
No one holds more daytime raves than her and her best friend. No one. I know that everybody likes to party a different amount. No one is like, the sun is high in the sky. It's time to kick the tires and light the fires like these two. They sleep all night to party all day. You know what I mean? Like that is who they are to their core. And I know that we talked about chess and we talked about piano and we talked about acting, but it needs to be mentioned that this movie includes a chess/acting montage in it that makes no sense at all. And it is head spinning. And last but not least, there are 2 phrases. We have some explaining to do, or this will take explaining. There is not a phrase that is, this will take some explaining to do. And that is what they say in this movie. This will take some explaining to do. How dare you? That's all I got.
All right, it's time for What the Hallmark is, where we wonder what could have been, maybe having us some clarity to any questions that we still have. Yeah, Alonzo.
Yeah, my only what the hallmark is that the one thing that we get out of these movies is a sense of perspective, and just the idea of like it could always be worse. And we have yet to delve into the world of verticals, but something tells me that when we do, suddenly this movie is going to maybe even look a little better. I don't know.
That.
I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but just a hunch.
Does that mean that you're approving verticals? Because last time you said no. Last time
I'm out on
asked, you
verticals.
said no.
I'm out on verticals.
You said no.
If Dan said no, then I'm still out.
There it is. 2 verse 1.
Cowards.
Call me whatever you want.
Cowards.
Sticks and stones may hurt my bones.
What I want to know is, when is my apology coming from Champ Dog? This was mean. It was mean-spirited to name your movie Holiday with an S or not with the twins, and
with
to put Christmas lights on the poster. It's mean. It's, you know what you were doing, and it wasn't kind. And some of us have a job to do. It is to provide festive content on Fridays.
Festive Fridays. That's right.
And could I have watched a little of the movie before picking it? Maybe, but I never have before.
Why start now?
Why start now?
Yeah.
I just wanted to apologize. Brand at deckthehallmark.com. Thank you, Champ Dog.
Send it over. So I want to know if there is a single frame of this movie on the cutting room floor. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about a flubbed line where they had to reshoot it. Is there a single thing they shot they went, this isn't going to make the final cut? I'm being serious. I'm not doing a bit.
Sounds like a luxury for a 5-day shoot. I don't think.
Scene
the king getting jumped outside of his
they
house.
shot in this movie that they were like, what if we shaved it off?
Thrashed for the polo mallet.
That's right. Yeah. They didn't film that scene. Or maybe they did and they were like, that's too much. This isn't going to look great. Maybe not.
It's too much. All right. Well, we did it, everybody. Congratulations to us. We're back next week with another one. So I guess come back. Maybe it'll be better. It has to be.
It has to be.
Right?
It can't be worse.
Coming back for that. Until then, maybe the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmarks of Bramble Jam podcast, produced by Brandon Gray, and he had that Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on the show, you can go to deckthehallmark.com or follow us on the socials at Deck the Hallmark. Leave us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts to help others find the podcast. And if you want more Deck the Hallmark and Bramble Jam, you get a bunch of bonus content, ad-free podcasting, the best internet community, and the best corner of the internet, and more at BrambleJamPlus.com.